What up, to everybody? This is CC doing the most with Hip Hop Weekly Radio, and I have the honor and some time to catch up with somebody that I knew from back in the day in Chicago, my second home. And for those who don't know, this is your baby mama's favorite, Chicago's favorite nerd.
Thanks.
YdotGdot.
Yeah, what's poppin'? CC, what's poppin', man? I want to say I'm proud of you too. You know, I seen you. You know what I mean? It came a long way, man. You already know.
Thank you. And you doing my thing too to this
day.
day.
We both came up. Yeah, for sure.
I remember you with the backpack.
Yeah, facts.
You in that backpack.
With the fade. I ain't have hair back then or nothing. I was
you
bald.
You did not.
Facts.
Didn't have none of that. And yes, and I remember when I was going to Illinois Media School, you was definitely one of the artists that we would play their music. And you
always.
One of the artists that I will always look out for. So I'm just glad that you still doing your thing.
Yeah, I ain't never stopping. For sure.
And for those who don't know, YdotGdot, you used to do this. Well, I'm not sure if you still do the Anti-Chiraq movement.
I still do. I do.
Okay, so tell everybody a little bit about that for those who just now getting introduced by you.
So basically, I came up with that in like 2014. It was like, matter of fact, because I have the article right here. It's when I made the front of the Sun Times. It was April. No, that was June. I created it April 14th, 2014. Yeah, that was 2014. Basically, just wanted to do something different and just using my platform because I had I still have a voice, but I had a super voice back then. So I definitely want to use my music and club platform for something positive. I was always a positive guy anyway. So I created that movement and it went viral and went crazy. To answer your question, yes, I still do it. I have a deal with Chicago Public School. So we basically merged it together so that way I don't have to do so much groundwork. That's why I was DJing so much and doing the Bud Billiken parades and yeah, right. I think we're gonna get it. I think we're gonna have it this year. I don't see them going another year like canceling like that. I don't see it. So
you talking about COVID?
Yeah, because of the COVID.
Didn't do one last year?
No, we didn't do it. Nope. Okay. And I haven't actually been. Nobody has really been active with CPS because they've been out of school. So I think they're gonna go back to school in September. I don't see them sitting out a whole nother year. Like, I don't personally see it, but but basically, I still do it, and now I really don't have to do as much groundwork. They do it, so it wasn't like I didn't sell it to them, but like I just partnered with them. They liked the idea so much, and then they wanted to include me. So now I DJ for them. I help kids out of high school go to college, community colleges, because they still give the same degrees as these majors, when you go out of state or something. So I think from 2014 to like 2017, we sent like maybe 3,000 kids to college, community colleges, and they all are still doing well. So yeah.
That's what's up, because I remember before I left Chicago to go to Columbus and do radio out there, that was one of the things that was kind of a discussion within the city, because you remember it was the Chiraq remix, so everybody, all the artists were jumping on the remix, and by all means they were killing it. They were doing
they was going crazy for sure.
But then I just remember you came out of the, you just came out of left field and was like, nah, we're not doing Chiraq no more.
No, we ain't doing that. And then all my homies that was doing it, like, they respected it. Even like me and G Herbo, like, shout out to Herb. Like, we had what we had, and then it was like, we got past it. And that's my boy. Like, I watch him grow up. Like, that's my dog. So we actually saw each other at Farrakhan's house. Like, we all got invited to Farrakhan, and to go in the Farrakhan house, you have to get searched.
All right, no, because he got like his own police.
So guess who's in front of me getting searched? Lil Herb. Yeah. So I'm like, what's up, bro? He man, wait till we get in here. We gonna talk, man. And then we like you have to take your shoe. I don't want to give too much information, but you have to take your shoes off and wash your hands. So me and Herb was like in the line together. And basically we was just chopping it up, man. And that's my dog. And then my sister was in the studio with him and wound up putting us on that's how it actually kicked off. I actually talked to him on the phone, and then I saw him at Farrakhan's house. So like it just kind of merged together. So shout out to them. Shout out to the whole 150 Dream Team and G Herb, man. Appreciate them for
That's
sure.
what's up. I mean,
Yeah.
before I get into my other questions, how was that meeting in Farrakhan? Because I know he got a house in like Hyde Park area. But,
Yeah.
Nobody just is able to just go up there like, hey.
So basically that's the house we were at, and basically it was a meeting with all of the old gang leaders and I don't want to say but like the new, like the old and the new, like, you know, people that are active, you know what I mean? Like that. And I was selected and Herb was there, King Louis was there, Stunt Taylor was there, just to give you a, you know, synopsis of what's going on without going too much into it. But it was just basically like they merged us together. And it was like, it was really dope. I didn't get to take the picture because I think I had like went to the bathroom, but that's when like Herb took that famous picture of his arm, like yeah. So like he took a picture, but I didn't get to take a picture. It was like a famous picture, like it looked like Herb arm is broke, but like, you know, it was cool though. It was just cool, just like even just being there. And his house is big, like amazing. Like it was like 100 people like in the dining room. Like it was great. Like, and it was like nobody was like on top of each other. Like me and Stunt Taylor, we actually sat at the same table. So like we was just over there like, you know, we just having fun with it. It was really cool. It was really cool.
What was the one lesson you took away from being in Farrakhan? Because everybody always walks away with a lesson. So what was YdotGdot's lesson?
I'll be honest with you. Like, I mean, I was just happy to be there. So like, I don't even think like it even hit me until like I left that I was at Farrakhan's house. Like, so I would say like the lesson would probably been like, just, man, anything's possible. Like if I got invited here, no telling where I get. And after that, I was getting invited. I seen met Obama. Like it was a lot of things that transpired like after that. You know what I mean? It was just like Rahm Emanuel at the time, who was the mayor. You know what I mean? Like touch bases with him. It was just like great. Like I didn't think that my movement was gonna go that fast. I'm gonna be honest with you. I had put it out. I went to sleep. I woke up. It was like a thing, and I was just
it was.
Oh, I wasn't even prepared. Yeah,
because
I wasn't even prepared.
Underground, shout out to Windy City Underground.
Yeah, facts.
Media school. It was like a big discussion that everybody was talking about in the city as far as the music scene was this anti-Chiraq movement. But definitely respect, because I probably said it back then. Still respect, salute to you for that.
For sure.
As far as Chicago, it is a very huge music scene. We see a lot of big artists. So I just wanted to know, what were some of your earlier influences as to what made you dip into music?
It started when I was in grammar school. I went to Longwood, basically about like 5th grade. I'm the new kid in there. Finally get some friends. We have a common interest, music, you know. I look different. Back then, my glasses were a little bigger and a little thicker because my mama wasn't paying, you know, to get the extra, you know what I mean? So like, I always had an image. And when I started like rapping, they would look at me like, okay, it could probably work. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it could probably work. All right, it's different. And then, you know, I would say like the Lupes, the Commons, the Kanyes, they kind of kicked the door down for the nerds. You know what I mean? And I really just, you know, I was your baby mama's favorite for a long time. And then I just coined the Chicago's favorite nerd. And I'm just like, you know what? You know, that I think it's a little bit better fit, and it really worked. But I really got the motivation like in grammar school and then throughout high school to just really stay true to myself, you know, not really change. And when I tell people I'm from Chicago, they look at me like, no, you're not. Like, and I'm just like, I am. Like, I live, born and raised here. Like, I am. Like, I'm actually from a hood. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I actually, you know, I don't want to go too much into it, but yeah, just know, like, yeah, it's different with me. Like, I'm not the average nerd. Like, but it's cool though. Like, you know, it's cool. I just learned to really discipline myself, just stay humble and just know that like my image got me here. So never change up, you know, like that.
But I always tell people it be the nice or the bookworm sometimes that you need to leave alone. Them be the ones that beat your ass because you keep on poking at them, and they
I ain't
gonna
gonna lie.
beat your ass one day, sir.
When I first went to Longwood, that's what it really was. Like people really like, you know, because now I'm in a school in an active hood that like, I don't know nothing about. They talking stuff that I don't even know. I'm like, what is that? Because I'm so used to being where I'm from. So I'm like, I never heard of that. Like 100. Like, and they looking at me like, well, dude, we gonna beat you up. And I'm just like, well, y'all could try. Like, it's not gonna be that sweet, but all right. I'm just letting them think that. But they never, thank God it never really went that far. Like, I got a sense of humor too. Like, I always been funny. So like, I would make somebody want to like hit me at first, and then they would be like, you know what? You cool as ever, bro. Like that's how like my first altercation with a guy who became like my best friend. And like we still talk about it to this day. Like when we do talk, of course we not fell out, but like, you know, lost contact now. But every time I see him, we talk about that. Like, bro, remember our first time meeting you? I'm like, yeah, he'd be like, yeah, I want to punch you, but you was just so cool. True. Because I'm an asshole too. So yeah. For sure.
Yeah.
You gotta be though.
You
You
trying to
gotta
make it
be.
seem like everybody was just picking on you because of the glasses.
They was. I became an asshole once I seen how they was coming. Like once I seen how they was coming, and then like my mom would tell me like, my mom worked there, so like she would tell me like, you know, this not like the other school you was just at, and I'm like, oh, I see. And she like, well, what happened? I'm like, you know, you don't want to tell your mom because now she, you know, I'm in 5th grade, so your mom thinks she can protect you. I'm like, no, I gotta handle this. You know what I mean? Like
as
that.
A boy,
so
yes, definitely as a boy.
and I grew up without I didn't have my dad. And I didn't have my dad around. So basically, like, I just had to like ask my homies in my hood, like, yo, what should I do? And they're like, well, we can come up there. And I'm like, nah. I'm like, I gotta go to school there to like when I get out of 8th grade. So I'm like, nah, it's cool. So yeah, we all good.
That's what's up. And because Chicago is such a big music scene, it's a lot of competition. So since I've met you until today, like how has it been trying to maneuver in such a competitive market like Chicago?
See, I try not to have that mentality. I pretty much I'll link with anybody. I'll work with anybody. I host mixtapes. I was Doug's DJ. I did earlier work with Dirk and all of them. It's like, you know, I try not to really like think about the competition of it. Like, just think about it like we're all one. Mm-hmm. If they decide right now, if New York decided right now, Chicago people can't come here.
Oh,
what do we have? What do we have to do? We have to come together, right? So it's just like I always had the mentality of like, yo, these cities can like. I actively live in Atlanta too, so like I'm back and forth. So like, what if they just got on there like Chicago people can't come here? You know what I mean? Like, you know what I mean? So just like we can't compete with each other. We got to eat with each other. So I've always had that mentality back then. So like I never even really looked at the competition to answer your question. I kind of really maneuver around it. I help anybody that want to be helped. I ask for help. I'm still a student of the game. Like it's a lot of stuff that I don't know. Like media, I didn't know that this really runs stuff. Like I'm thinking like, man, I got a platform. Nah, there's other things out there. And I'm just like, yeah, you're right. I'm like, so yeah, that's why I'm doing what I'm doing as far as like working my record and then working myself. So like, I don't really look at the competition, man. Like, shout out to everybody doing their thing. That's what y'all supposed to do, you know?
Right. Yeah. And like when it comes to other artists, because again, when I was in Chicago for 4 years, I was there from like around 2012 and left in 2016. You know, Lil Durk and
you was at the peak. Yeah.
Lil Durk and them. I mean, Chicago love their artists, like King Louis, all that. But as a whole, now to see that Drake, when I saw Drake team up with Lil Durk for a song, I was like, oh yeah, he in there now. Like, how does it feel to see like other artists finally get more of a national recognition, not just a local recognition? And how does that make you feel moving forward in your own music career?
I love it. I love it. And I honestly can say that it makes me feel good. It makes me think like, okay, I could get up there too. Like, you know, like, because Drake and them really like, they really kind of geeks too. So like, you know.
Okay.
Excuse me, I'm sorry. I thought I'm a little sick.
You good.
So yeah, like I just feel like, you know, they just open up the door for everybody. Really. I love to see it. I love Dirk when he doing music. Like making records. Like not the other stuff, you know. So yeah, it's cool.
Yeah. Is this still more of a drill scene out there in Chicago, or do you feel like people are kind of moving away from that?
Yeah, it's still a drill scene.
Mm-hmm.
But the drill scene to me kind of like dying out a little bit.
I've been hearing that from other people that it wasn't like with Chief Keef, of course, that was like a pivotal time. But now it hasn't been the same. It's not the same like it was.
No, it's not. People are more into like the pain music, the struggle music. Yeah. So basically, like, you know, that's kind of coming back. So, which is a good thing because people tired of people dying. People tired of it. So as it should die out. Mm-hmm. It should. But yeah, it's definitely fading away, which is a good thing. Because it's we losing too many people and it's getting stupid at this point. Like, you know.
Yeah, when I heard about the little girl that got shot and killed at a drive-through, it was just like, that's just ridiculous.
Yeah. And it's crazy. Yeah, I know, and I knew her dad. Like I know him, like, and it's like, so it's getting weird. It's getting super weird. But it's like people who get they giving platforms to people who shouldn't have them. Like there was no way he should have been on platforms interviewing and stuff like that.
I saw him on WGCI and
that was a dud. That was a dud on WGCI, honestly. Really? And I'm Chicago. I love the city, but GCI be tweaking. They be tweaking. They do. Like, why would y'all even interview dude? So
they were looking for maybe because there was a lot of stories floating around as to why
just leave it in the streets. Leave it in the streets.
And everything.
Leave it in the streets.
People just wanted answers. When you see a little just get killed, people want answers. People demand answers. And I think they were trying to find those answers. And I'll let them speak for themselves. They're their own entity. But
right.
Yeah, sometimes with media, it's
you just gotta leave it alone. I ain't gonna lie. It's certain things like you gotta leave it alone. Like even Duck situation with, you know, how they going about doing the interviews. You don't want to open up wounds, man. Like people, we still, and I would say me personally, still grieving from that. You know what I mean? Like wake up every night thinking about it because I don't talk about it publicly. You know, so like it's just certain things you really gotta leave alone. I get what you're saying, and I get it. Just leave it alone. Like, you know what I mean? Like, just like I said, you offering a platform to a person that don't even know what a platform is. So he's getting on there and you saw it. What did you take from that? Nothing. What answers were solved? Nothing.
The only thing I was feeling was the same Leon was feeling. Like Leon and I were on the same mood. Like I was over it within 5 minutes. I was like, yeah.
And so why even put yourself through it? You know? Right. Like if I was Leon, because he got a voice over there, because he been there so long, I would have been like, nah, you know what? I'm gonna sit this one out. I'm sick. I don't feel good. Like instead of just being on there like, now y'all memes and stuff. You know what I mean? Like me, I wouldn't have not did the interview. I'm like, nah, you know what? I'm not gonna do this interview. I'm gonna look at the Breakfast Club. They do it all the time. DJ Envy, if he don't like you, he's not gonna do your interview. They come up with an excuse, oh, Envy's sick. No, he ain't. No, he ain't. No, he ain't. He don't like food. We know what's going on. Right. Yeah. But no, I get it though. It's a sad situation. I get it though. Yeah. So yeah, it's crazy.
Well, you was touching a little bit on as far as your anti-Chiraq movement kind of being not really delayed, but pushed back a little bit because of COVID. And I just wanted to ask you, since you are still an active artist and you're also traveling back from the South in Atlanta to Chicago, how has it been trying to still be an active artist during this whole pandemic?
Man, I tell anybody, the pandemic show you who the hustlers is. It show you was you a shark or was you a little guppy? Me, I was a shark. You know what I mean? What pandemic?
Yeah.
I had an interview in New York with like a battle rap blog. I love battle rap. I told you that. I love battle rap. We should get into that. What's his name? No Mercy. Out
Oh,
in New
No
York.
Mercy. Okay. I'm
Yeah.
gonna definitely make sure he know you mentioned
Hey,
it.
shout out to No Mercy, man. Hey, no,
Good.
I did a feature, and the feature I did was with Gleams, and Gleams flew me out there, and No Mercy was shooting the video, but No Mercy was like, man, I want to interview with you. I'm like, say, hell yeah, bro. I know who you is, bro. Hell yeah. Like, let's do it. So now I told him in the interview, like, what pandemic? Shut down where? Because Chicago, we still getting to it. Like, we don't stop. I always been a hustler. Like, I never, you know what I mean? You got to have them incomes coming in. You got to know ways around. You got to know the trick to Gucci, basically, is what we say up here. Like, you gotta know loopholes and stuff like that. Like I said, this just show who you know what I'm saying, who's ready to swim. Like,
yeah. I mean, it's the same thing in my field too. It's like a lot of
right.
people got let go, a lot of stations closed down, or just pretty much cut people. And you either going to have to evolve with what's going on now, or
Or
you
fall on your
sit out
face.
with millions of other people hoping and wishing and praying they can get
Yep.
another job. So you just got to do what you got to do. Period.
And shout out to the people with 9 to 5s who really holding it down, who really doing their thing. Because I don't, like I said, I don't knock nobody. Because I had got a lot of flap for the comment I said. So in the next interviews, I've been trying to cover my tracks. They're like, yeah, you can't say too much. Basically, they just like saying it sounded like I was dissing people with jobs, and I wasn't. Like, you know what I mean? Like somebody, like 3 people hit me up, like, man, bro, ooh, like came in like in my Instagram DM. You know our fans, yeah, and I'm just like, like, no, I'm just letting you know that like everybody has a hustle within them. Like, you have to just tap into it. That's all I was saying. Like, you know how people take things and they just.
Well, it's a very sensitive time. YdotGdot.
It is. It is a sensitive time. But when I said that, did you feel any type of way though? Like, did you like?
Because sometimes you have to work that 9 to 5 to invest in your future. And I have been a person that was working a 9 to 5, but I was also hustling and trying to maybe one day crack into a field that I really wanted to be in.
I have a testimony.
What you gonna say?
2 days before I created Anti-Chiraq, I was working at Export in Madison. Them people laid me off for whatever, still being YdotGdot. I had a job. I was working everything. The people laid me off 2 days after I created Anti-Chiraq. And that was in 2014 and never looked back. Like, I worked jobs. I've had jobs all my life. Coming out of high school, I was a janitor at Longwood, at the school I went to. Like, I don't knock nobody with no job, but at the same time that I knew I had something within me. Because I wear it on my heart. Literally, I had something within me. So it's like, I don't knock people. Like, I got a story too, but nobody want to hear a sad story, man. They want to hear, man, what is you doing? Like, is the money coming in? Is you streaming? Like, is you doing views? They don't care about like what I used to do. They don't care about that. Only people that care about is like if we doing stuff like this. Like, you know what I'm saying? The build up. You know what I mean? Like, regular people, they don't care. They like, man, let me see his video. Is it booty in this video? Like, because we don't want to hear none of the other stuff. Like, you know what I mean? I'm trying to see some butt. Like, you feel me? So like, that's just all it is, man. I just put myself in a position to where like, you know what I mean? I don't try to offend nobody, or nothing, but yeah. Okay. That's just what it is.
Before we get into some ads, show single you got out, I just want to ask you one more thing. What is it that you're trying to accomplish in 2021?
Just finding myself more, tapping into things that I've never done before, like this. I'm on a whole like media run. I ain't never did this before. I'm on a whole club run. I never did it before, and I just know that it could be greater. You know, like I got 2 shows back to back, and I got 3 shows next weekend. And I'm just like, I know it could turn up for me, and I just want to see, like, you know, I just want to see how far I can go. Like, let's go. Like, I put my own money into it, so I don't gotta wait on nobody. You know, so that's all I want to say. I just want to see how far I can go because I always been behind the scenes. I always been throwing the parties, hosting the parties. I want to be the reason why the party there.
So, okay, talk.
Yeah, like that's all. You know what I mean? I'm just believing in myself. You know what I mean? I bet on myself all the time. So that's what I'm on.
Well, let's talk about your song Booty Pop, which
Yeah,
already you got a challenge out there. Hashtag Booty Pop Challenge. The ladies is going crazy. Popping their
yeah.
asses is just a time. But Hot Girl
Facts.
Summer, okay? Put that
Facts.
on your
Yeah.
Hot Girl Summer playlist. So tell everybody about Booty Pop, where they can stream it, all that good stuff, because I've been seeing some clips that you've been
Right.
posting on your IG of the music video. But just for those
Yeah.
who haven't heard it yet, just give them a little snippet.
Yeah, just go watch this on my YouTube. YdotGdot, YdotGdot. It's out right now. Produced by Block on the Track.
Yes.
Shot by Cold View Films. The song is crazy. Even how it came about, like it was crazy. Like it was a percolator freestyle, and the sample in the beat is a percolator. So Block was like, "I got a beat, bro, like that you could just go crazy on." And I'm just like, "All right." So I constructed it. I was sitting around like, man, I want to shoot this video, and I'm like, man, I want to dress up as Fred Flintstone and had a girl dress up as Wilma. Everybody was just like, no. My whole team was like, no, that's not gonna be raw. That's not gonna be raw. And I got a whole situation with Authentic Empire off of it. So it's just like skip with y'all. I'm glad I went with my first. And I held the video. I shot that video like 3 months ago. I recorded the song in like January. I shot the video like, what is this month? I don't know, like 2 months ago, 2.5 months ago. So I held it. So yeah, it's out right now. It's going crazy. Like 15,000. It's good, which is good for me. Because I'm not a million view doer right now. So like to get 20,000 views is like amazing.
No, that's like actually really dope. Like
I'm happy. I'm happy with that. And it's on my channel. So eventually it's gonna hit 1 million. Eventually.
Right. And so I also see that you got a couple shows this weekend. So
yeah,
everybody in the city, I would definitely side note, I'll try to put this out as fast as I can as far as this part. But yeah, let everybody in the city know where you're gonna be at, whether it's this weekend or whatever you got coming up.
I'm gonna be at today is Saturday, so I'm gonna be at the Loft in Gary, Indiana. And then tomorrow, Sunday night, I'm gonna be at Gregarious Bar and Grill in like what's that, Chicago Heights. So we finna turn out. I'm doing like a $500 booty pop contest. So you know what's going on. You know what I mean? It's gonna be lit. So yeah, it's up there.
That's what's up. That's what's up. So do you have any other songs? Are you gonna be dropping the album? Like
I'm working right now, we're just working on the singles, but I actually have my follow-up after this. It's called Young Jock. So it's good. It's called Young Jock. Yeah. It's raw too though. Like it's raw. It's crazy. Another club banger, another little anthem. So yeah. I go back to Atlanta Monday to Wednesday. So Tuesday I got a photo shoot, and then I'm gonna let them hear this one. And I know when they hear that one, I already know what it's gonna do. So yeah, I'm working.
It's a little different from me because I feel like when I left Chicago, you was on like a different type of mood as far as your music. So
I was.
See that you got ass competition coming up, and you got these girls popping it and twerking.
Yeah.
And I said, well,
but see, like you just gotta think back. Think back when I shot the Allen 3 video. When I shot Little Dress. Look at the Allen 3 video. That was like a party at their dorm. So you got to think about like I always been, you know what I mean? It's been there, yeah. And I always hosted parties. So it's just like, you know what I mean? Like lovey-dovey stuff right now. They don't want that from me right now. They want the I could do it, but it's just like if this is working for me right now, why would I switch it? You know what I mean? So
smart because outside is about to open up for real. You know what I'm saying? So Biden just got done saying if you fully vaccinated, you don't even gotta wear no mask. You can do what you want to do. So outside about to open up. So everybody want feel good music. Nobody trying to be sad no more.
So who want? I mean, I'm not knocking the artists who are making that type of music. I got them type of songs too. But right now, I got a whole album done. It's completed. I was gonna drop it like a little mixtape called Shake the Summer. I don't know, I still might do it. And I got a couple joints on there, but I'm all about piping the club up, shaking the summer, literally. So it's just like, why would I, you know what I mean? Like, I can't switch up right now. Not right now. Not while this is a wave for me. You know what I mean? Like, once you hear the next record, you're gonna be like, oh, hell yeah, he can't switch up right now. Not right now. Like maybe in like my birthday is in December. Maybe in like October, I could give, you know, that type of vibe. But right now, you know, we piping the club up, man. We pulling up. You know what I mean? It's like that. It's like that.
I
with
don't even
us.
blame you because, like I said, I'm so stuck being in this apartment.
Yeah.
Like any like feel good music, any ratchet music is going into
And
my
girls like to okay, like let's just call it what it is. Like girls like to express themselves twerking. Like, you know what I
We
mean?
like
Like,
to twerk. There's nothing wrong with that.
and there's nothing. I work in a strip club. You know what I mean? What type of person would I be like to be like, oh, you know what I mean? Like, I endorse it. Like, what Nicki Minaj say? I endorse these strippers. You know what I'm saying? I am pro stripper. I'm gonna
I
get a shirt
am
made like that.
too.
I'm all for that. So like, I'm gonna make the music to make people feel good, to make, you know what I'm saying? And then the guys, they gonna sell it, they gonna buy into it because the ladies like it. You know what I'm saying? So whatever, it's a domino effect. You gotta understand that it's a domino effect. Whatever the ladies like, dudes is gonna love. You know what I mean? Like my show tonight, they said it's predominantly probably females that's gonna be there. But it's dudes who bought sections. So it's like a 50-50 grid. So basically, like and even if you check my analytics, like the dude, it's crazy. Like the females is at like 90%, the dudes is like 80. Like on the scale, like Instagram like shows you like men, like you would think my male scale would be small, right? No. Because they want to see what female is shaking her butt, excuse me, to my song. So they come into my page, you know what I mean? So it's just like, if these are the people that streaming my music, okay, why would I stop? Like, not right now. You just gotta, you have to just keep up. Like, you know what I mean? I tell people they get lost in the sauce all the time because they try to switch up too fast. I'd be a fool to try to drop a melody song right now.
Yeah.
I'll be a fool.
I mean, every artist has to go through evolution. Like, you never can look at one artist, how they started or their debut album, and then look at their last album. It's 9 times out of 10 ain't nothing the same.
I hate when people say, oh, Drake's last album was, bro, he got way more money now than that last album. He tell y'all. He says it in his songs. Like, by the time I just dropped my son off, I done made a couple more million. Like, he's telling DJ Khaled. Like, he's DJ Khaled. Khaled is telling you, like, yo, I'm not the same person. Look at what that man is doing, bro. He literally flies every. Oh my, like, I'll never switch up. I'll never stop. Like, what? What? Nobody believed in that man, bro. And look at him. Nobody believed in Khaled. And look at him. Look at him.
Like, that man don't know that he was getting paid pennies to be.
This is his fifth. This is like his 17th album.
Right.
The baby was on Baby Talk 6 before people go look it up. Well, you know, you in the industry, you know, he was on Baby Talk 6 before people even tapped into him. He did South by Southwest when he had on a diaper. Because I was there. Listen, my van and his van was parked right next to each other. I had just got off stage from hosting. Boom, boom. I was tired. They like, hey, come check it out. It's a dude with a diaper out here. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? His name Baby Jesus. Come take a picture with him. I say, man, I'm tired as hell. But hey, tell bro, keep going, turn up. You know what I mean? Like, his brother that passed away was out there and everything. Yeah. Like, they got his number and everything. Like literally, like, so people not gonna buy into you right away. Keep going. Like, tonight, I'm performing with my platinum astronaut suit on. Yes. People don't gotta buy into it right now.
Well, one thing about you is you was very creative.
I was gonna do the Fred Flintstone. I was gonna do the Flintstone outfit, but I don't really like that. It's too like, I don't like it. Not for the club. It looks too much like a dress. Yeah, it looks too much like a dress. Like, motherfuckers gonna be looking at me. They're not gonna get it. They're gonna be like, man, this man got on a dress. Nah, bro, it's Fred Flintstone, but all right, you know what I mean? So I'm gonna come in the club one way, and then I'm gonna change, but when I hit the stage, and I'm gonna take it off. So yeah, people not gonna buy into it right away. You just gotta. It go back to me saying, like, stay true to yourself. Like, my team, my own people look at me like I'm crazy, but then they sit back like, okay, we see you. Like, yeah, I know. Like, I know. Because when I go into these offices and these big people, they looking at it like, are you paid for that? Oh, that was your idea? Yeah, there. Oh, you smart. That's what they told me. That was the last thing I showed them in the little showing a preview and all my music. They was like, yeah, that's it right there. Come on, get the paperwork. Let's do it. We want them. But I just came up with a partnership with them, so we good.
Well, that's what's up. And I always like to end a interview with some positivity. And I know it's been a while since your movement, Anti-Chiraq, has done anything with schools because of COVID and everything. But what is one message you want to send to the kids of Chicago, since you have a platform right now to do so?
Get your education.
Mm-hmm.
Get your education. Get all the knowledge that you can until you feel like you're ready to branch into the real world. I'm not going to tell you to go to college because that's cliche. You know what I'm saying? Because I only did like a year and a half. I didn't finish, out of a 2-year program, and I could have finished. But I felt it in myself. So get all the knowledge you can until you feel like you're ready. If you feel like you need to go, then go. You know what I mean? But also just stay true to yourself. Like, what people don't do, they don't tell you to stay true to yourself. I'm going to look everybody in their eye and tell them, stay true to themselves. Because I had nothing when I created Anti-Chiraq. Literally. Just I lost my job. Everything was like kind of like, I'm not going to say on a downward spiral, but I hit a point where it was just like, man, I don't know what I want to do. And I stayed true to myself and I created something that I never had to look back. So just stay true to yourself, man. Get the education, get the knowledge, and pray. I pray for knowledge and understanding all the time. I need knowledge and I need to understand, like, what is it I need to do to use my knowledge. So that's it right there.
Man, I don't even want to ruin that ending of this dope interview. So let's just wrap this up. Booty Pop is available on all platforms. YdotGdot. Let everybody else know where they can find your music, yourself, and anything else you want to plug in.
Yeah, YdotGdot on all social media. YdotTheNerd on Twitter. Stream the music, man. Watch the videos. Appreciate it. Shout out to you, CC. I appreciate you so much. Real day one, and I'm proud of you, So,
thank you.
Yeah.
All right, man. So, CC doing the most with Hip Hop Weekly Radio, and I will definitely be playing Booty Pop on Hip Hop Weekly Radio. So definitely tap in with me 1 to 5 Monday through Fridays.
Make sure you record it and send it to me.
I sure will. I got you.
Yeah, thank you. I need that.
So for those who want to listen, Hip Hop Weekly Radio, you can go to hiphopweekly.com. You can download the Hip Hop Weekly Radio app on your iPhones, Android devices, all that good stuff. Or you can set up your Alexa devices and just say, Alexa, play Hip Hop Weekly Radio. And then you got us locked in. Thank you again, Y.G. And until next time, I'll catch y'all later.